I loved when Monica and Chandler started seeing each other, and it was a secret, and then how everyone found out.
You? And you?
Yes, but you cannot tell anyone. No one knows.
How? When?
It happened in London.
In London?
We were in London shooting it, and Monica's under the covers, and Ross comes in, and I talk to him for a second, and then Ross leaves, and then Monica pops up and says, "Do you think he saw us?" And then we had to hold for 27 seconds.
I was so happy that people were excited and surprised.
We didn't want to invest too much too quickly because sometimes, on a sitcom, you put people together and it takes energy out of the show. It kind of relieves sexual tension in a certain way. And so we wanted to see gradually how it would go with Monica and Chandler. And I think the period of them keeping it a secret allowed us to see, how much does the audience really love this.
We're in a relationship?
I'm afraid so.
I was really excited to have a storyline that had an arc and that was going to keep going, and I was really happy about that.
I can't believe you're going to ask Monica to marry you.
I know.
She really planned the whole thing and lit all the candles and decided to ask Chandler to marry her, and she breaks down and can't. It's really hard for her, but that was exciting. That was probably one of my favorite episodes.
Monica, will you marry me?
Yes.
The show isn't afraid of going for emotional moments, and that sure was a big one. We both started crying, and a big moment was happening for the show.
It was fun. It was really nice to go through that whole process with Matthew.
I love you too. I don't know the actual names of the chords, but I made up names for the way my hand looks while I'm doing them.
I didn't like the guitar. I wasn't getting it, and so I think I even asked, what if she plays the bongos?
Smelly cat, what are they feeding you?
In the beginning, we actually had a guitar teacher come in, and it actually, by making her better, it made the comedy not so good. So Lisa was really hurt. I said, you know what, I don't want the guitar lessons anymore. I've learned a few chords. That's enough. That's all Phoebe would know anyhow. So I'll make everything do with just these chords. And she did for 10 years.
Whenever I get married, guess who won't be asked to sing? Somebody named Geller and somebody else named Bing!
I loved when Phoebe was pregnant and that whole arc.
Frank Jr. and Alice got married. Oh my God! Yeah, and they're gonna have a baby. And they want me to grow it for them in my uterus.
It was really nice of, Marta and David. They said, look, we hate those shows where, the actor is pregnant and then everyone's pretending they're not. And, you're going to be like 7 months pregnant by the time we're done. So it's going to be hard to hide. We've come up with a storyline, and yeah, it was a great storyline.
My sister's gonna have my baby!
And I also was thinking, oh, great, so I don't have to hide it, and that's so good. It's so good. But by the time they got to the storyline, I was starting to show, so I actually had to hide it. And then she was, having triplets, so when Phoebe was showing, I wasn't showing enough, so I still had to wear padding and stuff. I think there was one show where it was just me and my pregnantness.
You look even more beautiful than you did yesterday.
Oof.
In fact, I'm going to kiss you now.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I can't get away with stuff like that. It sounded sexy in my head, so I...
Hank is hilarious, and he can do anything. He can just do anything. And I loved the David Phoebe relationship. I liked it a lot.
What are you doing here?
I have a question I need to ask you.
I have a question I was kind of going to ask her myself.
It's also just too exciting that it's Mike for Phoebe and Paul Rudd, he's funny. He's really funny, and he's such a good actor. This is the guy for Phoebe, which is nice because he's normal and cute. That's good too. I'm standing here today knowing that I have everything I'm ever going to need. It makes me happy that Phoebe's really wrapping up in such a nice, normal way, finally. You know, for the first time in her life, she's kind of normal. So I like that.
If he doesn't like you, this is all a moot point.
A moo point?
Yeah, it's like a cow's opinion. It just doesn't matter. It's moo.
He's a guy who really always says what's on his mind. He's a rotten liar, and just food is a passion of his, you know, as much as women.
You boys are about to see something really special. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
We have this in the audience when we shoot the show. There's a guy, Jim Bentley, does the warm-up. He got into this habit of getting the audience to say, "How you doing?" And that's pretty funny. So it's like a catchphrase all of a sudden.
I'm an actor.
Wow.
Career-wise, I think it's always best if he just is unsuccessful because he's the underdog, you know, and you can root for him. I love that he was on the soap opera in a coma for like a year, had no lines, just lay there, go to work and lay there every day. That was pretty funny.
Cut. Down back, baby!
Joey and Rachel, which was such an effort and so difficult to accomplish, was so gratifying.
The Joey and Rachel storyline was something that scared the actors very much.
Everyone knows that Ross and Rachel are supposed to be together, and we spent 10 years keeping them apart. But to see her with one of the regulars, they don't belong together, that's not right. But I remember we were talking about David Crane, and he said, but it's like playing with fire, and it's exciting to write. And I thought, well, it's great.